you out in front of the best prospects in the world. And the best prospects in the world are your existing clients. And then having you deliver something totally unexpected and of high value to them without cost to them. And when you do that, new business will practically fall out of the sky. And that is exactly what Annual Review Millions has done for my business and has done for my clients. And it's important that you understand and know that this hasn't been some one-hit wonder, some fluke. Fact is, I write far more highly suitable indexed annuity business, 4 to 5 times as much per client, delivering this unique high-value service, this kind of client service, than I do with any front-end lead generation and or seminar system in existence. And that is exactly what I intend for you and why it is that you're here. What you're about to see rolled out before you today and over the next couple of days will enable you to deliver highly suitable recommendations along with the same unique high-value service I do. I make a very serious income selling annuities and or other financial products by going the extra mile and by doing what others don't want to do or are just too lazy to do or haven't figured it out. See, what everybody in this industry wants is for the advisor to better serve our clients and deliver highly suitable recommendations and products to them. And first and foremost, doing what's right for our client. And if you do what's right, everyone wins. After all, service is the epitome of what this business is supposed to be all about. Financial services. And those companies or individuals who excel in delivering high value in this day and age are the ones who are going to win. And this isn't about some new designation you can park behind your name, because anyone can do that. I mean, come on, let's get real. Forget all that stuff. What you're going to see here is just simple common sense. And it's the simple things in life that tend to be the most effective. It's about just giving people more than what they expect. It's about over-delivering. It's about value. It's about doing to others what you would have others do to you. And when you do these kinds of things, it comes back. It comes back to you in ways more than what you give. I'm not trying to get philosophical or religious here, but this is just the way life works. But don't misunderstand. At this point, you may be working seminars. You may be working various other lead generation systems as your primary source of revenue. And so you're busy creating the front end of your business, the client relationship, and that first sale. And that's all well and fine. But let me tell you where the real treasure is. It's in implementing your own client suitability system in the front end. It's in delivering your own client records keeping system that becomes your back end business channel. It's in service, high value client service. And I might add the Annual Review Millions way. See, it makes no difference what business you're in. The most difficult and expensive sale to make is that first sale. You've got all sorts of costs and expenses in creating that first sale. Now, those companies who go on to become ultra successful are the ones who have developed a back-end business model. And what that means is having a system in place that delivers high-value service to the customer and keeps the customer buying. And if you're not doing that, you're missing out on the most profitable area and beating your head against a wall. And you'll never realize the kind of success that you're really after, which is a rewarding client relationship that results in you over-delivering highly suitable recommendations and the client continuing to purchase more of what you have. So that being the case, Annual Review Millions has been designed to be the system that creates your in-house client suitability and client annual review system, your high-value client service back-end business model for you without you having to go through all the frustrations and the years of having to figure out all on your own. And I suspect, as it has for me, this back-end business channel will end up transitioning to the most substantial and profitable component of your business. Let me give you a little background. I got started here developing this annual review system several years ago as a result of a need that my clients and I had, and that is an effective client records keeping system. A number of my clients over the years ended up with a number of index annuities, and for them and I to track all of that efficiently, it was a nightmare. Stuff all over the place, policies all over the place, brochures, statements, service forms all over the place, business cards, anniversary effective dates, index starting and endpoints, crediting methodologies all over the place, and on and on. All this stuff scattered all over the place. So several years ago, I began working on a solution to this for me and my clients. And what has now evolved out of all this as a result of this is a very effective, very unique, high-value client records keeping system for the client. And for the advisor, a client suitability and client annual review system that practically, by accident, results in massive, additional, highly suitable financial product purchases. In my case, to the tune of over $556,000 in highly suitable annuities per client. And so I've said all of this so that you have sufficient confidence in the high-value client service methods I'm about to expose. Okay, so let's take a look at a few of these amazing Annual Review Millions case studies. Bill and Audrey funded their first equity indexed annuity with me back in 1996 with $90,564. Over the next 7 years, they picked up 84.45% in total index gains, suffered zero losses during the 2000 to 2003 bear market, and overall were very happy clients. A couple of years ago, I began delivering my annual review client records keeping system to them, which, by the way, always results in lengthy discussions over what we've already implemented and what it is that their personal goals and objectives are. And so I continue to meet with them several times per year in order to keep their records in order. And nearly each visit to refresh their records has resulted in Bill and Audrey requesting highly suitable additional EIAs. And as a result, over the years, Bill and Audrey have placed a total of $1,027,811 in various equity indexed annuities, and they wouldn't have it any other way. So total Annual Review Million sales, a bit over $1,027,000. Total commissions? Well, I'll let you run the calculator on that one. And here we have my dear client, Margaret. Margaret funded her first annuity IRA with $47,727. Over the years, I would call her, periodically to pitch the latest great annuity deal, and she would reciprocate with the typical, well, that's great, Mike. I have a CD maturing in 13 months. I'll think it over and get back to you. And then I would hear the phone go click, followed by dial tone. However, last February, it might have been the February before actually, things took a turn for the better. I gave Margaret a call and explained that I had some very important records-keeping documents I needed to drop by, and we scheduled the annual review appointment. Now, the following week, we get together. I deliver the annual review records-keeping system along with some of the other goodies the review system calls for. And within 30 minutes, we're reviewing, the client records-keeping system. We're reviewing what we've already implemented and its performance. And we're discussing what it is that her personal goals and objectives and concerns are. And guys, within 50 minutes, she's throwing all of her financial statements at me, asking for more EIAs. Total Annual Review Million sales, a bit over $251,000. Okay, here we have James. James did a 1035 exchange into his first equity indexed annuity totaling $307,872. He really liked the concept, especially having lost a fortune during the 2000 to 2003 bear market. James was not a client of mine back then. And shortly after acquiring James as a client, I began creating the annual review records keeping system. 1 year later, we completed his first annual review. Shortly thereafter, I delivered the entire annual review records keeping system to him, along with the other goodies the review system calls for. And shortly thereafter, we're reviewing, the client records keeping system. We're reviewing what we've already implemented and its performance, and we're discussing his personal goals and objectives and his concerns. And as a result, and at his request, as a result of all this, we've allocated an additional $1,936,000